Hello there, welcome to a bit of Crash Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy. That there is the voice of Clancy Brown. You'll probably know Clancy Brown from movies like The Kagan and Highlander, you'll know him as like Mr. Krabs. He did a few of the Dragons as Spyro the Dragon, but he's done loads of stuff. And I think I heard that Clancy Brown's favourite role was Dr. Neocortex. And you could probably tell if that was correct, then you could see it here, because he's just so encouraged to do his thing. Yeah, well, right. We'll start. We're going to do all three games as best I can, because there are some things in the games that have changed with the N-Sane Trilogy.
We haven't determined the cause of past failures. Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general. He will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time, I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly! Into the vortex! Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do. Failure again. Capture him! Uh-oh. Prepare the female Bandicoot.
Okay, I'm just trying to get a feel of the controls, because I have played this before. I played it on the PS4. I wasn't as keen on this as I was the Reignited Trilogy with Spyro. And so it might take some getting used to. Hopefully the controls have changed. I am playing on a PC. I will show you the controls as well. Let me just have a look very quickly. Am I covering anything? Yes, I am. I might have to move myself to another corner. There we go. I'll just move myself to the bottom here just to display the inventory. So there we are. So we've got the lives there in the top right corner. We've got the Wumpa Fruit in the top left. And we've got as well our crates. So Wumpa Fruit, when we get 100 we get an extra life. And when we run out of lives, we have to start from our latest saved game. So if I'm explaining things in very simple terms, it's because I tend to make these videos. I like to try and make them for people who've maybe never played, you know, games before and things like that, or haven't played them in a while. Including my partner, who doesn't really play games, but she likes watching the videos. So because we have 3 Aku Aku masks, we get invincibility, and we also get to kill anything we come into contact with, including crates. So at the end of the level, we have the opportunity to get a gem from this here, but we need 49 crates. Oh dear. So yeah, so when we get hit by an enemy, one of our Aku Aku masks here devolves into this version. So we can't walk along there, so what we need to do is we need to find a crate to fill those crates in. Now I will say that if you want to, if you don't want these things explaining in very basic terms, there are other YouTubers out there that you could absolutely watch. I wouldn't be offended if you turned away. So let's see if we can give this a go. This is going to be the litmus test, the metric, if we will, for the controls. So very precise, but at the same time, yeah, it's a bit tricky. I have heard people recommend playing on the D-pad, because I'm using a Xbox One controller at the moment, and I might just have to do that. So, checkpoint is where we get to bring our character back in, called a respawn. But it's cost us one of our lives. We had 8 before, now we got 7. Bonus stages will be explained later as well. So I'm going to go back this way. I'm going to make sure all the enemies are cleared out as well, so we don't have to run with them. If we touch an enemy, we take damage. So I must admit, I don't have the facts in front of me, but the original Crash Bandicoot came out quite a while ago. I want to say I could say as early as '96. It could be '97 actually that this came out. And Naughty Dog at the time didn't really know what they had on their hands, but they knew that they wanted to rise to the challenge. I will say that the PlayStation 1, Naughty Dog had to actually hack the PlayStation 1 to get it to do what they wanted it to do. There we go, that should be all the crates. And there we are, we have our clear gem, or silver gem, some people call it. There we go. And that's the end of the level there. Perfect! 0% complete. That's the entirety of the game. We've got a single gem. We've got no keys, but we'll worry about that later. I doubt we're going to be doing any of the sort of bonus stuff to completion. I really just want to sort of see the end of all 3 games. I will say now, spoilers as well, not as much of a spoiler. Each of the Crash Bandicoot games has a fake ending. Okay. You know what? Let's save over our original save, because I'm not really that bothered about preserving it. So yeah, so the... Oh! I'm terribly sorry. I've loaded a game. I've not... We'll load up the autosave. Thank goodness for that. Yeah. Yeah. So Naughty Dog, when they roasted the challenge, they had to hack the PlayStation 1 to get things like the water effects, to get some of the graphical things going on, to just basically use the horsepower better. Because you look at Crash Bandicoot compared to its contemporaries, and you realise very quickly that it is a better looking game that plays so much more smoothly than the others. I know that there's a coffee table book out there about the history of Crash Bandicoot, and I think the subtitle for it was like how Willy Wombat became Crash Bandicoot, or like a platforming mascot. Many people say that Crash Bandicoot was the mascot of the PlayStation 1. It was more unofficial than anything else. It was never really ratified that he was the mascot, but bear in mind as well, this is during a time when can I maybe get up there on that bounce pad? No. No, I don't think I can. You may have noticed there was a metal bounce pad up there. A bounce box. So because it's metal, we can't break it. So we probably need to get on this here to get up there. But we can't do that just yet. So, there are a couple of changes from this version of the game. Oh, sorry, I should have mentioned as well, TNT is an explosive that has a countdown. There is another explosive called Nitro, probably short for nitroglycerin, and it is there... Oh, we've got our bonus stage here, where if you touch it, it will just explode. So here we have a bonus stage, which acts as a checkpoint upon completion, whether you fail it or not, succeed or fail. Usually has some challenges. It is also 2D. Bearing in mind as well that oh, Cortex is getting out to her again. bear in mind that 3D platforming games were quite uncommon for the time. Yeah. So yeah, with the whole yes, we needed that other gem. We need the green gem to use that as a platform to lift us up, to take us onto that bounce pad, which would lead to the next 3 boxes. So there is a lot of backtracking involved here. Again, something that wasn't really common in platform games. So every time you complete a level, it will say, "Hey, great, but you've missed so-and-so boxes, whatever." It might say that, or it might say, "Yeah, perfect." Yeah. So the more boxes, bear in mind they're called boxes here. In Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, they're called crates going forward. Now this time I'm going to save. Depending on how many crates you get, Crash will take more damage in that animation. But that has no impact on the gameplay. But they do affect the true ending. So one of the slight changes, I guess, to the N-Sane Trilogy is that those boxes that require 5 bounces used to require 10 bounces in the original game. Now, if we get caught under there, we'll get squashed. Of course. So, this is sort of where my problems with the N-Sane Trilogy begin. It didn't take long to get there. Again, if you want to watch someone else praise this game to high heaven, you can. I have a lot of I have had a lot of joy with it at times, but there are some problems. The physics are a bit cack. Hopefully they've been patched. I think there was a patch on PC that fixed the controls. Because there are problems with some of the jumps. Mostly like here, it's pretty good, but this is manufactured. So this is not like a natural bounce. This is a bounce exclusive to this level. So am I going to jump that high when I jump on this box? No. Yeah. Or what about when I jump on that enemy? Yeah. So I'm getting a little bit of height there. Oh. Time that quite badly. I've noticed as well. There's. Hang on a second. I've got to change something here. Can I change motion blur? Oh yeah, max FPS. You can have 48 or 36. I'm going to try and do that. We want this off. Everything else we can sort of keep on, I think. Yeah, fine. Yeah, that's all good. Yes. So motion blur is basically just the screen gets a bit blurrier. It's still there. It's still bad. There's still some sort of motion blur, which isn't great, but it's lessened somewhat. It's not my eyesight before you say it. Yeah, why they I've yet to find. I say I've yet to find. It's not as if it hasn't been talked about. I'm sure it has. I'd like to know why Vicarious. I've been cocky there. I would like to find out why they chose 36 or 48 frames per second for PC. It's not a cooperative game or like a competitive one, so it's not like it was really necessary to limit it. And that does also mean as well that some of the inputs can be a bit bad. Now you might say, well, the PlayStation 1 version was 30 FPS minimum, or perhaps even maximum, and I wouldn't disagree with that. However, this is another thing that the N-Sane Trilogy does, is it takes the controls for one game and uses them for all 3. So basically we're seeing Crash Bandicoot 3's physics and controls. The thing is that the levels are basically word for word the same. So all the wire meshes are basically exact to the original game, but the controls are different. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. Also as well, the bonus stages as well ordinarily if I recall, you'd get those 3 tokens, and then you'd immediately be transported to the next bonus stage. Here, you get to choose if you really want to do the bonus stage. So again, missing crates, because we've got to go on this platform that would take us to the other side. There. So it is a bit demoralising seeing that sometimes. Where it's like, oh, I've got to go back to this level, but I can't complete it yet. Meanwhile, in Crash Bandicoot 2, they do actually do a good job of this, where you can beat the level, get the main objective. So in Crash Bandicoot 2 onwards, every level has a crystal that you've got to obtain to proceed to the boss. And not only that, you could get the 2 gems. You could get a colour gem, so it'd be a blue gem if I'm not mistaken, and you get a silver gem. I'm liking the arrow pattern there, just to dictate where you should go. I will say as well, the music's very good. I remember not liking the music originally, but I like it. I think they've done a really good job here. These controls seem a lot smoother than I remember, so maybe it has been fixed. Maybe it's just me misremembering it. Bear in mind, I haven't played a Crash Bandicoot game in a fair few years now, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit rusty. I will try and stop umming and ahhing. Yeah, trying something new this year, because I want to really try and do better at YouTube. Because this channel celebrated its 10th year anniversary on the 28th of December 2014. And I'm not going to lie, I've burnt down a lot of bridges. And I'd like to try and rectify that. So, I want to be a better creator. And offer much better content than what I was before. But the old videos are there for prosperity's purposes and things like that. If anyone wants to ask any questions, I'm more than welcome to discuss things, and I'll make content for this. And who knows, maybe even get to YouTube Shorts. Let's go upstream. Collect 3 face tokens to unlock a bonus round. So, if I had one criticism about the N-Sane Trilogy, well, I had quite a few. It was like some of the hints were on the loading screen. The loading screen's being very unimaginative. Was that they would just tell you how to do the level rather than actually offer a hint or a clue. Oh, excuse me 1 second. And I am back. I'll move the cursor out of the way again. If it is in the way, I do apologise, I will have to keep an eye on it. Oh! There's me thinking the hitbox was going to be more generous in my favour. It was not. That's what I get for taking liberties. So there is another thing as well, and I'm not sure how much of an impact this is going to have on the game. Can I charge? Yes, I can. Charge? I mean spin. Another change that I've noticed, and I'll have to see for myself how big it is the hitbox. So hitbox is like what determines what hits your character. Because sometimes your character model, like let's say here, I'm touching the box, but am I touching the box now when Crash's hand is technically touching the box? No, because that's not the hitbox. Or maybe the hitbox is larger than Crash. Think of it like a force field. And basically anything that touches that force field is considered a hit. So here I'm running to this box, that's affecting the hitbox. Okay, so these colour-coded things tell me what they're going to do. So those red ones are going to bite on contact. The purple ones have a timer that will bite every so often. Right, I'm holding down the A button while I jump, which feels very strange describing a former PlayStation game. I gonna have to start doing shots every time I go, which allows me to float a bit more with my drinks. Excuse me, with my jumps. Now I haven't started drinking yet. So again, missing crates because we need to do the gems. But that's not too bad. I will perhaps go back and try and get what crates I can, maybe towards the end of the Let's Play. So what we have here, this level's a bit different. Papu Papu. And this is because Papu Papu is a boss. The term boss has a lot of history that we can't entirely find, but it was from an arcade game, I think. That was the earliest. No mention. And it was a like starship shooting game. I don't know what they're called. Like bullet hell sort of thing. Ah, there we go. I should have figured that out sooner, shouldn't I? So, essentially, I think as soon as he puts his staff down, we can jump on him. Nice and easy. Oh, no. There we go. Nice and easy. Once I figured out that we're not spinning him. And here, if we go down here, we have a new thing. We have Coco's Time Machine. This is where we could play as Crash Bandicoot's sister, Coco Bandicoot. We won't be doing that yet, though. Maybe in the next game. Or maybe later. Yeah, for some reason, Coco's always been better to play in the video games, and I have no idea why. In Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, which was technically Crash Bandicoot 4 before It's About Time, her levels were better. Her levels were better, the controls seemed to be better as well. I think she had a higher jump than Crash. In Crash Team Racing, the kart racer, which is phenomenal. Again, really good character to play, one of the best ones, I find. Because, although she was intermediate like Crash, we found a Dr. Embryo token for a harder bonus level, if we find all three of those in here. She was an intermediate racer like Crash, but her stats were more about drifting ability, I think, or acceleration, which made her much easier to control than other characters. That was always a dangerous one to do in the games, in the early games. Uh-oh. Is this platform going to fall? Nope, hopefully not. Oh! Yeah. Touched the lip of it, but that was about it. Fortunately, we got a checkpoint, and we got 23 lives. Nice. Oh, there's me being cocky again. Although sometimes depth perspective can be, or depth perception can be a bit tough. Especially with like that lip that's going right down like that. That's not easy. We've got two of each kind of token now. Can we find our third? The Dr. Embryo tokens, I think, as well, are harder to find in the levels. Is there anything else up there? Nope, I think it's safe to say. Oh, that platform rumbled. That means it's time to move. And there we go. So now we've got the Torna Bandicoot stage. There's me forgetting I don't have the slide ability, unlike Crash Bandicoot 2. Okay. I do like the extra animation of Cortex abducting her there rather than her just standing there like she was before. There does seem to be a bottom to that bottomless pit. And here we have Dr. Embryo's stage, which are much harder. You also only get one chance at this. There he is. By the way, this is the Dr. Embryo theme, which was my favourite in Crash Bandicoot. Originally I wasn't overly keen on the on this version of it, the N-Sane Trilogy version. You're joking. After all that, I'm still missing some boxes. That's not fair. Come on. I didn't miss them. I just didn't have the opportunity to get them in the first place. Good grief. Hog Wild, I think I'm going to have to save for this one because this is where it's going to get a bit crazy. I would like to get the gem on this one as well. It's just one of those save or suck moments where you either have to get all the crates or you got to start all over again. So, yes. So stages like these were one of the major reasons why Crash Bandicoot stuck around where other platform games didn't. And that's just because the game is jam-packed with other stuff to do. It wasn't just platforming. You were racing, you were running from obstacles, and in a way you were sort of telling a story through the different environments that you go through, whereas in Crash Bandicoot 2 onwards, you're going to different places and magically teleporting there. Here, it's very much a linear adventure. I really don't like Crash's expression there, though. I'm glad, I think, that they kept that in. But yeah, it doesn't sound like much. But having those moments in the game blew people's minds. Having bosses that had... Having multiple bosses, rather than just one that kept reappearing and having different tricks, like Eggman or Bowser, was huge. This blew people's minds back in the day, if you can believe that. Like me, I didn't really realise how good I had it, I guess. It's fascinating coming from somewhere where video games weren't that popular to them becoming a mainstream hobby. In only the span of a handful of years when I was first playing games. It's truly tremendous. Yes, we've got to spin these to have them, to use them, but they will disappear. Not disappear, they will return to their original positions. Oh. So you use this person to get there. Oh, thank goodness for that. What a save. Oh, no. Yeah, I have to say the controls are actually really, really smooth. Of course, we have to be the most infamous level. That, I'm not gonna lie, was made infamous because of this version. There's one level that just absolutely sucks here. And it's not slippery climb. Oh, speaking of which, I will give credit to, praise where it is due to Vicarious Visions, who... Ah, of course, yes. I remember, that monkey there makes you, like, run for a bit. You lose control for momentarily. Huh! Yeah. The hitbox is not in my favour today. The flame effects are lovely. Everything they've done is lovely. Graphically speaking, it's great. The music is nice and bassy as well. There we go. Bit of a hit and miss with that. So you'll notice that once we've already got the life from that crate, we won't get any more lives from it. I prefer to avoid the monkey if I can, because while he's rolling like that, his ability activates. Torn token. There we go. I didn't quite see the hint there, but did it say dying a lot? Try not dying. Stop dying. Don't get killed. Hey, look, keep an eye out for checkpoints. Okay. Yeah, not really helpful. Especially in a game with lives. That's one of those things that I'm glad we've got rid of now. We've done away with lives. Because lives basically represent... They're an abstract of putting money in the machine at the arcade. That's one of the few Aku masks that you will see without a box. Yeah, lives essentially only exist because of the arcade machine, back when you put money in. So it was a way to make a shorter game last longer, because if you lost all your lives, you'd start right from the very beginning. Password systems were put into place to ensure that you could regain your progress. You also had cheat codes as well, so you could unlock all of the stuff. I remember knowing the unlock everything cheat code that was 40 characters long in Crash Bandicoot 1. I used that so often as a kid. It was up, down, circle, circle, square, square, triangle, 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 etc., etc. Went on for an age. All to see the parts of the game I wasn't getting past. It was things like Slippery Climb that I just was like, nope, not bothering. I wish cheat codes were a thing again. I remember, like, there's some games that sold you cheat codes back. For example, you have to pay to access console command stuff in Two Worlds 2. The developer said, if you can give me a reason why I shouldn't sell cosmetics, and give it, no, I can't hold down the jump, I've got to go across. I get it now. Then I will do it. I'll basically stop selling microtransactions. I don't even know what happened there. I think I got way too into it, into the rhythm. Oh, just enough jump. Right. Oh! I don't understand what I did. I suppose I got to jump into the fire. I think this is the part I had trouble with before when I was playing on the PS4, I can't remember. But yeah, I don't think I'm really allowed any hesitation. If you die enough times, the game will start giving you Aku masks, just to help with hits. I can't jump over and get to the second one either. I will not get enough airtime. Unless I skip the second one. Ah, that's me being cocky. So this is the kind of mistake you start making. You get all your muscle memory down pat, everything's going well, and then they hit you with something that... Or you just screw up on one part that you've aced before, and you're not going to get it now. The game ain't going to give you this easy. Right. No, I'm not going to make... Oh! I just made it. Hit the lip of that there. That's not good. What's in my inventory? I'll probably move my camera back up once... Yeah, I'm not getting those ones there. There we go. My partner asks why I'm fast when I'm playing Raft. And it's because of years of experience of doing this. Like, I've done nothing else in my life but play video games. Hey, I'm fast. I'm not good, but I'm fast. And before you say, yes, that's what she said. I could have left that to the comments. Sorry, gotta take that from you. Up the creek. Up shit creek with a turd for a paddle. Let's go. Failing a bonus round doesn't cost lives, so retry it. Oh, I didn't know that was the case for this one. That's quite good then. Because in Crash Bandicoot 1, in the original, if you failed the bonus round, that was it. You you couldn't go back. But it seems as though in this one they might change it, maybe for the rest of the other games as well. But yeah, it's like you basically had to get what you could out of it while you could. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so there's a bit... The physics are very strange. Like, the gravity seems to... The gravatic pull seems to pull differently on those leaves. Yeah. There seems to be there's something going on with the graphics there. Graphics, physics. Oh, bugger. I've got to time that one there with this one here. Not very well. Oh, I just made it. I'm an idiot. I thought that was leading to some sort of invisible path. You will see why later, why I thought that. Oh, hang on. There's a secret here. I don't think I've actually ever done this before. This is why I don't like jumping when there's piranhas. I just prefer to... I'll try and spin attack them. I'm not confident enough to do that. Because of things like that. So here's a good little piece of game design. You're using the wumper to point the direction of where to go next. And well, now you're on the lily pads, you can't necessarily run back. And look, we've got some crates. And where does this lead? To an extra life. And this contributes towards our crates. There we go. So it's only 2 crates, but close enough is only good enough for horseshoes and hand grenades. And if I die here, I've got to do all that again. I say all that, it wasn't much, but still. What I like about Crash Bandicoot as well is the timings of things. They very cleverly put things in a way that you kind of have to time them better. Right, the line of sight here isn't great. Oh, thank God. Yeah, it doesn't help as well the words bonus are flashing on the screen there. But we could try it again. As long as I haven't lost those crates from before. So instead of holding down jump, I'm just going to let Crash just automatically bounce off the crates. Oh, yeah. If you let Crash bounce, it will only go 1 crate's height up. But if you hold it down, it's about 3 or 4. As long as you don't spin away the Wumper, you're pretty much golden. It was also Crash Bandicoot that showed, and other games, I guess, around that era, had shown the importance of shadows being underneath, or rather being, yeah, underneath the character. Because you had to be able to see where you're landing. So, next time you play Crash Bandicoot Spyro, the shape and size of a shadow is so important. Because here we've got very soft shadows, that's quite natural. But you do want a stronger shadow so you can see where you're landing and correct it before it's too late. Oh, we got the gem, because we've got those 2 crates before. The animation of pulling out the gem. So now, we're on to Ripperoo. So again in Crash Bandicoot 1, bosses are placed willy-nilly. There wasn't really a scheme or system in place as far as I can tell, they just did it when they felt it was narratively appropriate or to transition from one type of scenery to another. And here we have a Ripperoo. Oh. Who is one of the worst bosses in existence. The reason is because you got to jump on these big TNTs and basically hope to catch him. Oh, never mind. Yeah, don't slice the platform as well. And I believe in the lore he's called Ripperoo because he has such dangerous claws. So yeah, you got to time things, which isn't really my strength. So now he's jumping in a diamond formation. Oh. Not sure how or why that happened. I will say that one of the problems with Crash Bandicoot bosses is sometimes, like, you'll have bosses like Papu Papu where you can just, if you can hit the boss, you can win the fight. There are other bosses, however. Oh, I thought you were just going to jump. I do apologise. Where you have to do things like this, where you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can hit the boss, or you've got to let them do their sequence. So I know he's going to jump in a diamond formation now. So I'm not sure which... Oh, whoa dear! Yeah, I have no sense of strategy for this. I just want to detonate as many TNTs as I possibly can. Bosses don't have checkpoints either. You die, you start from the beginning of the fight. Some of these fights as well are bigger than others. Not every boss has 3 hit points, which is the standard amount, really. Oh, I've got to move. Yeah, because the big TNT can hit you as well. This is the only sight of the big TNT as well in the Crash Bandicoot games. So we go for the diamond shape, I think. Ah, damn. I wasn't thinking straight. Then again, when am I? So the music is... Oh, come on. The music is very much like the original. Ripperoo's themes are some of my favourites. The boss theme in Crash Team Racing, rather, is so good. Ah, damn, I can't get him caught in the blast. See, the thing is, like, do you really want to sit through all of this, or do you kind of just want to get the boss killed? Right, so it's going to be Diamond Shape next, so I'm going to hit that one. See, I'm not going to be like a sourpuss and say it's all about luck. It's entirely about timing. It's a pain in the ass to get all the timings right. Oh, I needs to move. Oh, I even had an Akuaku mask. That's not the problem. Akuaku masks do not help you survive against bottomless pits. Is that going to float down, or does it stay in place? It stays in place once you've hit it, okay. Damn. I was about to say, I'm not normally this bad at Ripperoo, but it's like... Crash Bandicoot 2? Not a problem. Oh, God, it just moved at the last second. Yeah, they do not float down naturally. They're not meant to. I will give them that. They could have made the crates slowly slide down, but no, they've gone for the authentic experience, and I will give them that much. Some of these aren't on me. Some of these deaths are not on me. I will say that much right now. I think I had these when I was doing Johnbonne plays on the Grease the Gamer channel. I think I was actually having these exact same problems. I was like, yeah. Alright, which way is he going now? So he's doing the diamond, he's doing the triangle formation in a different way, and he's going to the middle platform. Right. I'm going to go for that one next. Knowing it's going to move. Ah, damn. Oh. Here's me thinking, oh no, he's hit me. I better leap. But when you get hit, Akuaku will sort of give you that little bounce. And that's sort of stripping me up. 3, 4. So about 4 bounces you get out of that. Oh, I don't know what I was doing there, to be honest. I really don't. I've just lost the plot. See, here's the thing. I'm talking to people as if they haven't played a game. I'm playing it like I've never played a game. That's not intentional. I wish I could say it was, but yeah, I'd be lying. Yeah. Yeah. Depth deception. Depth deception. Yeah, we'll call it depth deception. Depth deception is a pain in the arse, this game. And it is the N-Sane Trilogy. I've played Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3, and I've sometimes died, but that's on me. There's times here, though, where it's like, I'm sorry. It's something wrong with the game. And in moments like these as well, it doesn't help that the camera's constantly shifting. So when I get nearer like that, I'm going to lose focus. Oh, yeah. So let's stay in the middle, I should be good. I think the case is going to have to be as soon as he gets there. There we go. Homina, homina, homina. Here's a fun fact for you. In Crash Bandicoot 2, according to X, when you face Ripper, who is the first boss, he has a library, and you can see the official Crash Bandicoot strategy guide in his library. So when we get there, I'll show you that. If it's still there. I hope they've put that reference, and I'm sure they have. So, mercifully enough, we've done Ripperoo at long last. Break every box without dying to earn a special gem. Okay, so that's not in every stage, I don't think. I'm not gonna lie, these levels kicked my ass. And today is no exception. Put it this way, I don't think I'm getting the special gem. I do like how... See, this is good use of the 3D, because you get in different perspectives. I think I was hitting something metal there. I've hit the checkpoint box. I'm hoping we won't need it. Oh god, I gotta do the Nitrous Brio stages. I'm not going for that live. No, don't even do it. As I understand, I think if you kill both of those bats, it stops the bats from spawning. So you don't have to deal with them. It's not worth keeping them alive for bumper purposes. Ah! There goes the gem. I like the additional voices they've done for Crash. If you didn't know already, there was a Skylanders TV show called Skylanders Academy, which was okay. It didn't really teach the appropriate lessons, but it was okay. And Crash Bandicoot appeared there, because he was in Skylanders Imaginators. And Wumpa Island is the best expansion pack there has been. It's short and sweet, as they all are, and do you really want short and sweet for however much you pay for Skylanders expansions? Not really. But Crash and his moves are awesome. Because you could have him spawn nitro crates, spin attack, and tornado, and launch all these nitro crates out. And it was mental. Now, I think that's a retroactive thing. Oh, no, is it? Oh, can I spin attack that or not? Yes, I can. Okay. Yes, that was the death animation they had in the original games as well. There we are. Which is a very clever view. Again, bearing in mind... Oh, we just jump on here. Jump on that ledge. Nice. Bearing in mind that in the N-Sane Trilogy you have the platform there, and in the originals you wouldn't. Oh! Doesn't cost me lives to do it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try. It's such a relief that Crash Bandicoot doesn't suffer fall damage. I hate fall damage in platform games. I don't like it in general, to be honest. But I especially hate it in a platform game. I don't like it in Mario. Mario 64. It's one of the things that stops me from playing it. I don't want to suffer fall damage. Especially if the fall damage is in varying amounts, so the higher you fall, the more damage you take, which makes sense. Gotta go. Oh, I forgot the bounce on the TNT crate. I've done it again. Just keep failing. Is this really worth putting on YouTube? Because I love the games, I do, and I want to get back into it. I need to record something, but I've got to do something right. Yes, you can land on TNT crates without detonating them, or setting off the timer. Oh, it's not often that you will, but you can. The circumstances have to be just right, but yes. So as I understand, when you earn a key from these, when you eventually earn a key from the Nitro Sphere stages, also as well, there's also Cortex levels as well, there's Cortex tokens. They don't come until later in the game, and those levels are mean. They are so dirty, and it's not fair. But as far as I'm aware, the keys you get from these levels, or whatever you get from them, oh, the bloody jump again. I think I'll just have to sit on top of the crate and wait. The levels, the keys you get contribute towards the final level that opens doors and extra areas. And I think you also need the gems and the keys. You need the colour gems and the keys. Or is it just for crates that you get from the embryo levels? I think it's the Cortex levels you get a key from. Oh yes, break every box without dying and you get a special gem. Huh? Oh yes. You lose control of your character, or your controls go to opposite controls when you touch those lizards. Why? I don't know. I was about to say, that looks harmless, doesn't it? I don't know what I expected. But you know what? I'm getting my gem. I do like that this game is more forgiving in terms of the checkpoints and things like that. I think that's good. It gives people another chance to enjoy the games and get all the stuff. Yes, without some of the prestige and whatnot. Oh, come on. Oh, yes, of course he jumps there, doesn't he? Yes. We haven't got a slide move, which would be insanely useful right about now. Oh, yes, if you spin attack the bumper, it goes away. There we go. Oh, we can jump on it. Yeah, the game, like, not just this one, but the original games as well, could be a bit finicky as to what you could and couldn't do. I do love things like that. I haven't played Crash Bandicoot in It's About Time yet, but I hear that one's quite challenging. But I think it's a fair challenge from what I've heard. I certainly hope it is. Sometimes these games could be a bit spiteful. Case in point with like the gems, for example. Not being able to get all the gems was a bit cack. Oh, bugger. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you got to sit through all the Wumpo going as well. Which, yes, it did that in the original games as well. That's why they had to about the PlayStation, so they could show that much Wumpa. Basically, they did it, interestingly enough, to aggravate the piss out of the player base. I'm not getting this bonus on mine. So here's another fun fact for you. If you leave a crate long enough, like you make enough distance away from the crate, what can actually happen is you can reduce the amount of Wumpa in it to just one. So basically a single jump will destroy it. Which is great. It's so great. If it's not a bonus stage, because it's times like these where you need your blood pressure checking. And as well, if you time your spin attack correctly as well, you can also land on a bounce crate without jumping on it. We are doing this level. I'm getting this gem, I'm sorry, but I am not doing this a second time. I need the gem. I need just one gem. You know what's going to happen as well, don't you? I'm going to do this. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, and oh. See, that's the sort of thing I'd die to. When you get to the last 2% of the level, you just lose your mind. That's cool, they explode for you. You're joking. So it's not 2 gems. You get 1 gem. Nearly perfect, but you died. Let's play some more. Because this, I'm trying to be more chilled out. I'm trying to relax a bit more. And playing Crash Bandicoot was a bad idea because of that. Now we're going to do another one of these levels. And I don't want to do it. Oh no, it's even worse. You know what? I missed the point, didn't I? Huh, get it? Because of spikes. Anyway. There you go. The music is so well done. Oh my god, oh sorry, I missed the spikes. I didn't see them. It's my fault that they were there. I'm not trying to say they weren't. Because like there is like you can blame the depth perspective every so often, and then there's sometimes where sorry, it's just me. But at least now I have the courage to show my mistakes and admit to them. I say courage, it's not exactly a courageous trait, is it? If I recall correctly, I need to jump on a spider at some stage in this level. I do like these levels. I do. Like for all the aggravation that they cause me. The atmosphere is just incredible. Absolutely amazing. And it was like this in the originals. I'd really like an option, and I know everyone said this, and I'm sure there's reasons for it why they haven't. I would love to see an option where you can, like in Halo, you can turn off the remastered look and play with the original graphics. Obviously brought up to scale, like they did in the intro, because that'd be so cool. Now this is interesting. You can see through the stones there. Previously you couldn't. Your line of sight was gone if you just decided to stand there. So now I can see what's on the other side, like so. Couldn't do that before, which is quite good. It was a little bit aggravating before when you couldn't see where you're going, but just told you that you just had to be patient. And that was ultimately it. That's what Crash Bandicoot was. It wasn't... The first game especially wasn't easy. It wasn't meant to be quite as... like it is today. I'm not complaining at any of the additions they've done to make the game easier or streamline it or anything like that. On the contrary, I'm glad. It makes the game something I want to play rather than feel like I have to. And I'm trying to get out of the mindset of like having to prove myself as a gamer and things like that. No, I'm quite comfortable with the skill level I'm at. I play a myriad different genres. I can't devote all my time to just one game. I don't want to do that. I did it with World of Warcraft and it burnt me out. I was miserable trying to chase being the best or just try and keep up. Like with Shadowlands, I said this was the expansion where I'm really going to try. And no, Battle for Azeroth. Sorry, I was like, no, I'm done trying to chase the best. not my thing. So I prefer them all the way back. I don't mind saying as well there's some games where I just can't be better. I'm just never going to be that all that good. But I'm okay with that. And if I'm not getting the platinum relics in time attack mode in this game, that's absolutely fine by me. That's okay. Oh, come on. This happened so much at launch. Was that a bat, or was that just an animation that went wrong for the... It might have been a bat, actually, a stray bat. Let's go down. What I like about Crash, in terms of the designs, is especially in the original trilogy rather than the remasters, is they're so tightly close together. It's a 3D game that plays very 2D. Like, there's no room on these passages to get around, and yet you're moving in a 3D space. And they use the room so well. This is my problem with Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, where the levels are so wide you can just walk around enemies. You ain't got a choice here. You have to... Oh, come on! You have to actually try and engage with it, with everything here. It's designed perfectly. You are given enough space to do everything you need to do. I have to wait for that platform to come back. I was wondering how it was going to return, yeah. I think that's how it did it in the originals as well. I thought it was going to like crumble back up or something like that. I'm not really going to bother with all the Wumpa here. There's a lot here, but I'm not that bothered. To be honest, this is one of the better parts I could be dying on. Oh yes, this is another thing. So I think I mentioned before, right at the beginning, that Crash here has a pill-shaped hitbox, meaning that he can be jumping on something, like one of those platforms there, on a bounce box, and he could still slide off. As opposed to like a rectangular hitbox. It's like a force field in the shape of a pill, if I were explaining it in layman's terms. And yes, that term is perhaps overused in criticisms that I've seen. At the same time, though, there are legitimate grievances to be had. Is there anything over that way? I don't think there is. I thought I saw something, but it must have been my imagination. We're going to be one box short again, aren't we? Also, this game is very generous with lives. I mean, that is one thing that you can say about the Crash games, oh, for goodness sakes, is that they give you a lot of lives. And you will need them. I'm going the wrong way again, aren't I? The thing is that you can have all the lives you want. There's just some parts of this game that are not going to work out for you. There is one level here that wasn't challenging, or that challenging, in the original games. But it's a pain in the ass here because of the N-Sane Trilogy controls. And hitboxes and physics and everything. It was the level that demonstrated why this game had a lot of trouble at launch. You know, I do find it interesting, actually, this game got overwhelmingly positive on Steam. That's fascinating to me. Not because of the game itself, but because it's a platform game that was originally on a console, and then 20 years later or whatever, it comes to Steam, and everyone's in love with it. The same happened for Ty the Tasmanian Tiger when it was in early access. Like, they had 3 games that were overwhelmingly positive. And they're good remasters. I don't deny that. It just fascinated me that people are that eager to play these old games. on PC. And I guess it's because a lot of these people were console gamers that moved to PC. So, it's absolutely worth doing it. Oh no! Thank God I saved, because this is the level. Danga. Let's go. We were just talking about the litmus test. This level literally just went, I heard you talking shit. So, there's some mechanics here that I sort of need to... I say need to explain. You could probably figure it out for yourself. So, these platforms, the paler ones are okay to walk on. The brown ones, not so much. Because they fall. The ones that have the middle missing are absolutely unsafe to walk on. You cannot go on those, because they will burst. They're there to trick you. You might be able to get a little bit of jump off them. Now this is where everyone realised, and it might have been the second version of this level actually, that everyone realised the physics, there's something wrong. There's something not right with the N-Sane Trilogy. And very luckily people figured out what the problem was, and that's that they used the same physics for Crash, the same controls for Crash, for... there's a little gap there, that's what I fell through. For all three games, which doesn't necessarily work when the levels aren't made equal, but the controls are. So we're having a decent enough time so far. We ain't seen shit yet. Yeah. You will never see someone jump side to side so much on a platform as me here. Again, I just touched the tip. Just the tip of that ice, and that's it. That's enough to just send you going. Because again, the hitbox is telling you, or telling the game rather, that actually, yep, there's just not enough contact. We have to send Crash going down. You never know when there's TNT getting a great bit. Oh, this is the part. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Right, obviously don't get caught in there. Here's what happens. Yeah, I just wanted to demonstrate that. Because people might understand. No? But yeah. Is there such a thing, and this is going to sound like such a stupid question, but you know what? I'm willing to ask it, because no one else does. Is there such a thing as a bouncy metal? Are there any metals that do that? Have a bit of a spring to them? I mean, there's something I've got to criticise. The animation there is just, the box is just tilting, like it's a magnet or whatever. It would actually like sort of squeeze and like go out and contract like that, like the TNT crate did there. But here it just seems to just move. I'm sure I'm remembering that correctly. This is the part. So we've got to jump on this turtle, hold down, jump, and there we go, like that. Before you get to that bit. So this is what we got to do. This is the level why I couldn't review the N-Sane Trilogy, because I have so much shit to say. Yeah, so we've got to take up a platform like that. That's one version of the level. There are more. There's another one, and that's the hard one. So that's just a little taster, just a taste of what hell is about to be unleashed. Boulder Dash, a great name for a level. They do get better. There's so many puns in the future games, and they're great. I think Crash Bandicoot 2 have the best ones. Unlock a new path by any of the purple gem elsewhere. They've really captured the art style. They've done such a good job of making Crash Bandicoot look like Crash Bandicoot. I'm so glad that I can look at the game now without those rose-tinted goggles for the originals. Because don't worry, I prefer the aesthetics and looks and everything about the originals, but I'm not going to say, oh, that's shit. That's wrong. That lily there looks out of place. That head is actually of a dragon, not of a tiger. That face on that rock's wrong. That crack in that stone there isn't right. You know, all of that. Just enjoy it for what it is. And that's the thing, I'm grateful for the remasters. Like, no matter my complaints about them, I'm grateful that someone has actually taken the time to make a remaster for a game that I love. That's the ultimate point, isn't it? That's the ultimate takeaway that I think anyone should have with these things, that at least someone's done it. And yes, Activision could have absolutely released Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time without this. But this being the test bench, the runway for that game, I'm absolutely okay with it. I'm okay. I can live with that. Oh, fun fact as well. There was. Oh no, not another one of these. And it's Vista. We're going to Windows Vista. That ain't good, right? How long have I been recording? So another thing as well. If you can, go on YouTube and look for the Crash Bandicoot intro, the cartoon intro, because there was going to be a 2D animated intro that was a bit rudimentary and whatnot. It looks like an early prototype, but I think it even had Clancy Brown singing it as well as Neo Cortex going Crash Bandicoot. You know, it was the lyrics were great. You know, and it's just so hammy, and it sells Crash so much better. That's the one thing I will say I miss from any of the old stuff that never really made it into the final product. But yeah, like, and again, that's a big deal, having the budget to make a 3D animated intro in game, you know, rendered in game. That's astonishing. Again, things like that weren't really happening until Naughty Dog came along with Crash Bandicoot and did what they did. Is there something in there? Oh no, I don't want to find out. Maybe I do. Oh no! I got rid of something in there. I've got to go back and find out what it was. So you'll be looking and thinking, wow, 53 lives, that's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is. That'll be enough to beat the rest of the game, won't it? It's going to be enough to beat one level. Because we know what's coming up. Oh, it's a Nakuko mask, that's even better. I love the, like, these faces on the rocks were here before, but, yeah, just seeing them in that high definition again is nice. I was about to say, you know, I'm not too fussy with remasters and whatnot, but then you had Medieval Resurrected or whatever on PlayStation 4 and the like. Yeah, that's probably not the name of it, that was a PSP game. I don't know, Medieval Reboned. But the thing is that people criticise that game because the controls were too much like the originals, which had a little bit of slipperiness to them, and weren't overly great. But it's what you wanted from a remaster, right? Do you want the authenticity, or do you want it to be a better game? Can you have both? I don't know. It's like, because it's doubling the workload, isn't it? So I'm not sure. And it's okay to say, I want the authenticity, or I just want a better game at the cost of the authenticity. It's fine. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever had so much trouble with this as I have today, because I'm not patient. So this is why I suck at Dark Souls. I like playing Dark Souls. I like beating Dark Souls. When I'm not using the Souls glitch, but I like beating Dark Souls. Is there anything up there? No. I'm just going uppy, uppy. Okay. Okay. Okay, I thought I could go down that way. No. Oh, come on! I'm an idiot. That wasn't the game saying go. It wasn't me saying come on to the game. That was me saying that's me. I will say as well to Vicarious Visions, I'm really pleased that they restored one of the lost levels called Stormy Ascent, which is the second, I guess, version of. Oh, come on. Again, that was to me, not the game. It was the second version of the infamous level Slippery Climb, which is this game's whatever that last one was. You know, that cloud level. So Stormy Ascent was really difficult, apparently, and they removed it. You could also as well find on YouTube someone playing some of the levels that were lost in beta, which are mostly unfinished. I don't think you could even finish the level properly, as in like I don't think there's like an end portal, so you have to. Oh come on! That was the game that time. Piss off. Anyway. But you can go on there and like find some of the lost levels of Crash, and it's quite interesting to see. I don't think it did anything particularly interesting or different. It was just another side-scrolling level. But I think it was like a side-scrolling level with the water and the plants and things like that, which is unique in that regard. Oh, because I went into the wall that time. There's a crate that I'm missing. Missing a metal crate. So I need to basically go all the way back there. To be told that, oh yeah, by the way, even though you've gone all the way to the end of the level and back, guess what? That's not enough. Because you're missing 8 crates of a gem. Because you're a toss spot. You'll notice well that amount in the levels. That's something cool as well. The environmental storytelling is as the game goes on. Oh, a Cortex token. That's not good. So again, Tauna tokens are plenty. Cortex tokens are even harder to find. So I've got to be on the lookout for those. And they're probably right back at the beginning. I can see a crate there. Can I get over that one though? I don't think I can. So I'm going to go this way instead. I need 3 Cortex tokens. Well, that's 2. I hope I haven't missed one. But I think I know what it's going to do. It's going to say, oh, you're going to go all the way back there, and all the way back. So that's going to have to be my checkpoint. Got 3 tokens. Now we just need to find the portal. Which is here. Aha! So this is our checkpoint. Wait a second, sorry, what was that? Oh yes. Just ignore those controls, we don't need to worry about the bazooka yet. One old school, it just said one old school controls, what, so is it, did they say just use the D-pad? I mean, that, yeah, okay. To be honest, the D-pad, I will say for the D-pad, it does offer a... Oh, yeah, it's not too close. I just want to make sure they're all detonated. Detonated. Sorry, detonated. Try using the... I don't know what it said. The loading screens are too fast for me to read. SSD problems, right? Can't read the loading screen hints. Can't read the loading screen hints, because there's no loading screens. I will sort of miss that bit. You know, I think it's Capcom who have the patent or the trademark on... Oh, that was a sickening crunch right there. I think it's Capcom who have the patent on loading screen minigames. No other game can do it because they own the copyright to it. And that sucks. But it's okay, because loading screens, with any luck, are going to be a thing of the past soon. Oh, well done, John. Well, bloody done. I really do hope that that bonus screen is our checkpoint. Because if it's not, we're going to go all the way back. Right, do not be fooled. It's not that one, it's this one. There we go. See, I'm using all these checkpoints, but the Cortex level is gonna demand a bit more from us. We've got to go. We've still got to go all the way back to that part where the crates were missing. It's gonna be one of those containers. I just know it. You know what? I'm gonna go for it because I'm a loon. I'm an absolute lunatic. Instead of, you know, just like, you know what, it's about 1/2 you know, it's about an hour and a half now we've been recording. Let's not extend this to 4 hours doing one level. Yeah, you got a better look at the tower there, where that's what I mean by the environmental storytelling. That is getting closer every time we do one of these levels. And you can see it in the background of other levels as well, I think. I should let him jump. Jump. There we go. Again, things like that were rarely seen. Have we got the... We haven't got all the 3 Cortex tokens. We've lost one. That's fine. Well, that was good. Great. Oh, that's what my back feels like. Anyway, I think it's about time. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's beat Koala Kong. And then we'll call it there, because I want to try and cut down recording times, just so it's a bit more reasonable for people to watch. I know an hour and a half is a lot to watch of me doing bad. He likes to flex wherever he has an audience. That's a hint. And it appears as though Koala Kong has skipped leg day. So the strategy here is to avoid the TNT crates that are falling from the ceiling, while also having bricks thrown at us. Those mine carts as well are going to be particularly troublesome. There we go. Because if you hit the mine cart, it blocks the rock. Oh no, it's relevant. Ah, yeah. So you got to take your chance while you can. This is one thing I don't like about a lot of boss fights, is the waiting. That's what I get for... That's what I get. And you got to sit through this animation every time you fail. There are worse boss fights for this. Doesn't change the fact that you still got to do it. Does it depend on where you're standing that he throws a rock? I don't think it used to. I think he threw it in the centre no matter what. There we go. So I'm going to stand here now. Because we know... Oh, because there's 2 TNT crates coming down, so I don't watch out for those. And yes, you could stand in the lava, I imagine. So Koala Kong was one of the less appreciated bosses in the video games. He didn't really see any appearances until much later, I want to say. I think he was in Crash Bash, and that was about it. I don't think he was even a cheat code character in... Oh. Oh yes, you can move the crate. Oh, it's fell! Oh, nice, just sniped him there. So I think the difficulty now is that there's more minecarts. But fortunately we got him anyway. Oh, there we go, that's one more boss down. But yeah, Qualicon was good. And he paired up with Rillaroo in the next game. In fact, you know what, let's do one more level, shall we? Why not? Let's show you what the next series of levels are going to look like for the time being. Again, more environmental storytelling as we hop through the different islands of the N-Sanity Isles. Yes, that's what they're called. In South Australia as well, I believe. Can we jump on these? No, we can't. Right. That is one thing that the Crash Bandicoot games got better at, was it became more intuitive what you can and can't jump on. Not always. I love the effects that they've got here. The ice on the pipes there. So the ice doesn't harm us, but these pipes are steaming hot. We best not touch them. So this is an enemy we can jump on the top of. Oh, no, we can't. Never mind. And I'm curious. secrets. And oh yay, embryo tokens. Woo! Just what I wanted to. Oh, okay. Just what I wanted. Yes, because those enemies there are saying, "You better not land on us." But why? When it's a pitfall. It's surely it's a death trap, right? They wouldn't be hiding something, would they? Yeah. The Crash games do get better for those secrets as well. There's so many more in the levels. And in Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3, there's actually 30 levels. The game tells you there's only 25, but you have to get into it. Yeah. That's maybe a fool because you have to edge jump onto them. There we go. Oh yes, that's hot steam as well, so we want to avoid that. That's the smoothest gameplay I've ever done. Possibly in the entirety of the channel. So you can imagine it's not very smooth, is it? Right, I'm being careful here just because I don't trust myself. You can see my strategy there, breaking down the crates. So I can get on to the next one. 4, 5. There we go. Yeah, I think if I had to demonstrate the best parts of the Crash Bandicoot Remastered stuff, it would be here. The way they've done the lighting, the effects, all the particle effects, all the lights, the animations are just so clean and yet also so true. I don't want to try jumping that way, is it? No, that was not. Oh, except Steam. Oh, great. I don't particularly want to go there right now then. Oh, doubt. Yep, I've corrected it. There we are. Oh, I got our embryo token there. You know, this is what the bonus platform there didn't really change in the theme. This would be a thing that would happen in later Crash Bandicoot games, however. Now I've got to try and figure out the puzzle for this one. If I'm not mistaken, the Cortex levels, they have a more machine-based focus. This is a more underground, cavernous one. I think Cortexes are more machine-based, or they're more like they are similar to this. But I think they had like blue and red crystals on the entire show. So it's just a simple platform. It's simple enough, you know, to die in maybe. Simple enough to die in. Tell you what, just for next time, I'll move my camera up here. Then you can then see what's on the bottom of the screen, so you can see the lives building up as well. because I tried to get all the screen at once. And in the bottom right corner as well, where the game is auto-saving, there's a little crate moving about. So I'm holding down the jump button to no avail in order to get that extra height from the jumps, because it won't help me much to just go with the standard bounce. Yeah, you really have to get on the edge of the crates. Because me, I'm too careful. I'm too careful, so I'm like, oh, don't jump it. But it's like, you've got to. And you've got to have that trust in yourself and the game. Because if you don't, the game will punish you if you don't trust in it and the physics. This applies to a lot of platform games. But this one in particular, especially because they've changed the physics up, yeah, it's not great. So this part I don't like because I can't actually see the top of the screen. Which I'm torn on. Maybe they should have actually changed that. Maybe they should have made it so that you can actually see what you're doing. Because again, you're playing a precision platformer, you kinda need to be precise. We're in a dark area, I can't see my character's shadow. Okay. I can't exactly stop to look where his feet are. So I'm kinda have so fortunately though, the shadow is on the side of the boxes as well. And yes, if you fall down there, you've got to do it all over again. It doesn't count as winning. It doesn't count as a win until you've actually got onto that part there. Oh, okay. Was there something that way? Did I just completely skip an area? Thank goodness for that. So we've got all the crates and we've got the gem here. We're not doing too bad, to be honest, he says, as something is about to go terribly wrong, no doubt. Let's see what the next level is. 2%. I'm feeling good. Go on, expire. I really want to continue. I really do, but I've got other things I need to do today, I'm afraid. So maybe later today I might do some more recording. I'll see how the upload speed is on this as well. But yeah, so that has been Crash Bandicoot. And I think as well, if we how do we get to the different islands? Yeah, so we can go left and right to navigate the different levels. We also press up and down to go to... Oh no, how do you do it now? There was a way to go to each island quickly. Oh nice, we can also hold down the X button as well to go around the different islands that we're on. So this is technically the final island, but you've got to do you've got to beat, I think, about 3 more bosses. That's cool, isn't it? I think you could do this as the original as well. So yeah. In fact, one more thing is, so here you'll notice that there's 2 purple lights. Those are bonuses. So I think you can actually skip Cortex if you have all the gems and all of the keys. You need those to get onto the purple bits there. Otherwise you just take the ordinary, the red path ordinarily. But yes. Yeah. It's pretty cool. So, I'm going to call it there. But thank you ever so much for watching. Take care. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I do certainly hope that you're enjoying the videos as well. please, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below, and I'll try and respond to them as best I can within the video, if not by text. And if you could as well, please, I hate begging, but please can you subscribe and like the videos, because it does help me a lot, and I'd like to get to 10,000 subscribers. That was my one dream from 2009. I'm not really much closer to it, but if you could, that'd be grand. Thank you. Alright, thank you very much, take care, and ta for now.